Okay, good evening, everybody. My name is Tanya Sheldon, and I am so excited to be here with you tonight because I get to team up with an actual team member of mine that I love and adore and trust implicitly because she is such an amazing educator and she is a wealth of knowledge when it comes to health. So again, my name's Tanya Sheldon. I live in Meridian, Idaho. I've been with the company you're going to hear about, LifeVantage, for just over 13 years now. And I have to tell you, I have never been more excited than I am today. So you are in for a treat with what you're about to hear. And we are going to tell you and teach you about what activation means and why it sets our company apart from everything. So we're going to get right to it. I'm going to bring Gloria forward and then I will end the call. Gloria Brinker, she lives in Holdingford, Minnesota. And she started her career in occupational therapy, working in subacute, long-term, and acute therapy. And after 9 years, she was offered the position of Director of Rehab and Wellness at a covenant of retired Benediction sisters. She learned firsthand the positive effects that natural health, diet, emotional, and spiritual health had in rehabilitation outcomes. After 5 years, Gloria felt compelled to continue her studies and is presently certified in natural health, massage, reflexology, healing touch, and so many other things. She's continually educating herself. Gloria focuses on functional health, including educating others on how the body functions and how to support the body in doing its job, helping us to survive and thrive. So, Gloria, the floor is yours, my dear.
Hey, I'm gonna already start to share this already. So I just gotta wait for this thing on the top go away. I don't know how to... Okay, I gotta...
If you go to slideshow, Gloria, at the top, go to slideshow.
There. Yep, that's what I was trying, but the thing was in the way.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So
Okay.
now can you see it?
We got it.
Okay. Oh, dear me. Let's get that out of there. Okay, so thank you, Tanya, for that wonderful introduction. And I'm really excited. I'm always trying to figure out how to educate people even a little bit more. And so I really want people to really understand the concept of the activation, and then also exactly what Tanya had said, what really sets LifeVantage apart from anything else that we have. And so we always have to just remember that we really do focus on with LifeVantage. Okay, this is not working. Okay, so we really focus on taking, our theme kind of is take it to make it. And so meaning that we assist our bodies, we take nutrients or herbals or food substances anyway, plant substances, and try to study them and understand how can we make the body become healthier. And as a functional nutritional consultant, that's what I will say, that activation far, far, far outranks any supplementation that you can do, because we just have to get our bodies and the cells of our bodies to do what they were intended to do. God made us, and we just have to get our cells to do exactly what they're needing to do. So we just have to fix the cell from within. So I think it's amazing that LifeVantage does just this, empowers our body to make the antioxidants, make the proteins, make enzymes, and all things for better health. And when the cells of our body can be healthier, then that is really the key aspect and the key functions of our own health and wellness. And so the next slide here, if I can get this, there we go. Okay, so this is something that I really want you to take a peek at, okay? On this picture, on the right-hand side, if you can envision that this is symbolizing a cell, the cell within our body, okay? Our cells need to have a lot of different things, but as this person keeps going with the scoop in there, we can really see what happens. And so this kind of scoop that he'll be scooping some of the sand out of there, that is damage to the cell, like an insult or an injury to the cell. And there goes the scoop. And so what I want you to watch this is that as it goes around, this is how the cells actually heal. They don't heal right all at one time. And so it depends on where the cell is within the body will determine how long that cell, that system, or that organ actually takes to heal. But This little scoop that they're showing out of here, this could be our bad food choices. This could be a physical accident, environmental toxins, even emotional things that happen within the body, because it kind of leaves a dent. It kind of leaves an injury, a scar kind of within that cell. And as you can see, as that goes around, this is exactly what happens. When a cell is damaged, no matter if it's from a physical injury, an emotional injury, like I said, bad food choices, leaky gut, whatever it might be, the first time that the cell, as long as we can keep our cells having enough activation, having enough goodness within there, when it replaces itself with a little bit healthier cell, but it's not yet a perfect cell. And then the next time when that cell replaces, just as that little thing is going around there, that little hole, it keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller. But that's how the cells of our body work. And that's why activation sometimes, when you're trying to help that cell to become a healthier cell, the next time it replaces itself, another healthier cell, healthier cell, and all of a sudden you restored the function of that cell. But that's so different than medication or over supplementation, where many times all that's trying to do is to suppress the symptom of something. It's not really looking at the cell and saying, how can I help this cell to be whole again? How can I help this cell to be healthier again? And once again, this is why activation takes time, because cellular repair takes time. Every time a cell replaces itself, or even a part of a cell replaces itself, the question always is, am I helping my cell to be a healthier cell? Or when it replaces itself, is it going to replace itself with another damaged cell? And that's why this tri-synergizer, the activators that we have, that's why it does take time. But if you can just envision that that is how the cells heal. And so we're always just trying to make a much healthier cell. And a little bit more detail about this is this here one. Kind of what happens here when we do have, this is the effects of environmental toxins on the cell of our bodies, okay? And so whatever it might be, let's say that you breathed in some car exhaust, you ate some icky food, then this is what it kind of does within the cell of the body, is it overwhelms the cell of the body. And this is what protandim, again, if you can just envision this cell, and so on the left-hand side there, he pours some stuff in there. That can be whatever toxin that you want to choose to envision. But on the right-hand side, look at how overwhelmed that cell is with all of those toxins. And what I love about this protandim NRF2 is that this is actually proven to decrease this oxidative stress on the cell by 40% in 30 days. So it's trying to get away that overwhelmed feeling that the cell will have. When the cell is overwhelmed like that, it can't function like it's supposed to function. Okay, so that is just an example of what it can look like when on the right-hand side there, when that cell is overwhelmed. Okay, now what happens when we take these activators? Okay, I just want you to envision what's going on within the cell, especially the tri-synergizer, and then also our wonderful and remarkable collagen, which those are just the bang of health. I mean, they're just like so good. Okay, so once again, we want our cell to be kind of looking like that, not like the slide before this, okay? Because that is just, it was just overwhelmed with so many toxins that overload the cell and it can't really function right. So we do now that our protandim NRF2 is responsible really for cleaning the cell. So now the cell can look like this, okay? But what does our protandim NRF1 do with inside the cell? The protandim NRF1, it supports the mitochondria. And if we look at this video again on the right-hand side, where is the mitochondria? Where is that responsibility? Mitochondria are really the energy, or really the engine within the cell. So right there, we want to keep that cell moving. We want to keep the ability of that cell to replace itself with a healthier and a healthier and healthier cell. We need to keep the cellular motor running. And that's exactly what our NRF1 does. It supports that mitochondria, that energy, the powerhouse within the cell, and keeps the cellular energy able to reproduce itself, able to cleanse, able to do all the actions that the cell needs to do. Then when we look at protandim NAD, so what exactly does that do in the cell? That actually supports the sirtuins. And the sirtuins are the communication network and really directs the cell to replace the damaged parts of the cell. So I always think the biggest difference between protanum NRF2 cleans those environmental toxins out. The protanum NAD communicates to help the cell to say, I need to remove this damaged part of the cell, remove this damaged part of the cell. And where that actually happens is kind of right there, where you can see that it's scraping away those damaged parts of the cell. Do you see that? Now it's smoothing it out. But the next one is kind of like scraping away those damaged parts of the cell. So that's what I like to think of, how that's actually happening within there. Okay. The next one that I absolutely love, our activator, our activated collagen. So what does that exactly do within the cell? So if you can see the jagged edge one, that's more like our NAD is sloughing off the old damaged parts of the cell. But then what actually happens within there is our collagen is kind of that part where it smooths out those edges. It smooths out. Do you see the difference there? So when you look at what's happening inside the cell, using that as an example, I hope you can visualize more what these activators are actually doing inside the cell and how those activators are making it a healthier and a healthier and a healthier cell. And so we will always, always, always be having some of the cell being damaged like that. We will always have that because we can't live in a bubble, right? We can't ever not go out to eat. We can't ever not be with family. We can't ever not have stress in our life because stress can be good as well, good or bad. But all of that damages the parts of the cell. But when you keep that cell clean, you keep that engine running, you get rid of the cellular debris and you help to smooth out the outer lining of that cell, then we really have the best option or the best availability to our body to be healthy because our cell can be healthy. So that's why I love this Tri-Synergizer and also the True Science Collagen. And so what happens again here? Same kind of thing. This is a cell that's overwhelmed. This is a cell that we did not clean. This is why I strongly, strongly believe that protanum NRF2, every single person in the world needs this, every person in the world. Because if we're not doing that, then how can this cell actually be overwhelmed within here? I'm going to start this video again. If the cell is not cleaned, how well can that engine run? Can you see how it's being bogged down? The mitochondria is being bogged down. Can you see how even those grooves, they really can't even help the cell to get rid of that cellular debris. And they definitely, even this collagen, it can't get in there appropriately to really smooth out that cell. So this is what an overwhelmed cell looks like. It's just not able to get in there properly. So cleaning that cell with that protanum NRF2, I always tell everybody, if you're going to reach for anything, if you're going to invest your money in anything, please, please, please invest it in NRF2 because we've got to keep the sludge out of that cell. And then that makes everything else much, much more effective. Okay. So where is this all starting from? And so protanum NRF2 is our flagship product. It was, if you've never watched this ABC Prime Time investigative report, I highly, highly recommend that you do. Because in this report, it talks to Dr. Joe McCord, who was the original developer and original formulator of our protanum NRF2. But within that video, so again, you can Google it, ask the person who invited you, but I highly recommend that you watch this because within this video, the ABC investigative reporter went to Dr. Joe McCord and said, okay, let's see, is this true? Is this not true? He did blood work and it shows it right on that report how it did it. But it lowered that oxidative stress, that cellular aging in the cell by 40% in 30 days. And if you envision that video that I just showed, that's all that sludgy sand that's in there. That's really what, when you were overwhelming the cell and the cell can't function. And so what that actually did is it piqued the interest in many different universities and medical centers all over the world. And they really made a shift at that point. And we continue to be making this shift. That's why this story is so important to be told. We keep making the shift from acts away from supplementation, overwhelming the cell just with more food nutrients. We want to look really and how can we activate that cell? And those 4 activators that I showed you are just what helps every single cell within the body. Okay. So actually, these were ingredients that Dr. Joe McCord put together. And these ingredients have been used for centuries and centuries, and really they're considered very safe, okay? And many times skin ages and really muscle tissue, all sorts of things age and it gets less flexible because of the oxidative stress. And so it's very important, again, that we help to clean out those cells from the inside out. And these are the 5 ingredients that are actually in Protanum NRF2: turmeric root, green tea, ashwagandha, milk thistle, and bacopa. I won't show you the slide tonight, but what they did actually do, Dr. Joe McCord actually tested each one of them individually to say, does it have an impact on the cell? And when he tested each one of those ingredients individually, they did not at all. And so are very, very minimally. But when he put those 5 ingredients together, that is when he showed that it actually decreased the sludge in the cell, the oxidative stress in the cell, whatever you want to call it, decreased it by that 40% in 30 days. And that is so huge. That's why you're going to invest in anything and tell your family and friends, invest in anything, keep the sludge out of the cells. And Protanum NRF2 is a thing that is proven to do that. Okay. Again, oxidative stress equals aging. When we have way too many toxins in our cells, none of our cells can function appropriately. And then we slow down, our muscles slow down, our tendons and ligaments slows down, our brain slows down. Nothing can work when we have that much sludge in there. And so what Protanum NRF2 has proven to do is it actually increases the body's ability to make more antioxidants from the inside out. And when it can do that, then it can really help to fight that oxidative stress, okay? It's much, much more powerful than eating blueberries or pomegranates and all those. You can continue to eat them because you need the vitamins and the minerals and the fibers, but we really, really want to be decreasing that oxidative stress on the cell. And this is the only product that I've ever found actually has the capability to do that. It's also backed by 30 plus peer reviewed, and that's huge. That's where that original slide had said that major universities and hospitals and things wanted to be testing NRF2, and they actually did. They took Protanum NRF2 and they studied it against many, many things, and you can find that information on PubMed, and also contains 7 US patents. And so that is ability, awesome and awesome. So on the right-hand side, it says the practical tip is that it helps to your body to make its own antioxidants, and those are 1 million times stronger than any other supplement that you can take. And then the world that we live in right now, we all know it. We're concerned about our food. We're concerned about our environment. We're concerned about so many, many things. And so this is just a great tool in your toolbox, and really for cellular health is just phenomenal, okay? There's many, many testimonials outside of all the research articles that were done. And these are just some testimonials. Of course, all individual results always vary because we are so biologically different, each and every one of us, and what we choose to do in our lives and things are very different. But it is just proven that if you take Protanum NRF2, it helps your body to make more antioxidants from inside out. So it's just amazing. The other thing that I really want to highlight tonight, along with we're going to be talking about the GLP-1 a little bit too, but this is our collagen. It's activated collagen. And again, in that video, think about really keeping all the cells of your body very smooth. And so in these clinical trials, this has actually proven to increase collagen density by that 42%, catalase by 202%, and it really increases skin moisture and brightness and smoothness. It says the crow's feet and things helping with that, and then also the appearance of pores and spots and things like that. But the interesting thing with this one is that it contains 10 different types of collagen. And a lot of people don't know that, but collagen is actually the glue that holds all of our cells together. And once again, we want that to be smooth within our body. We don't want rough skin, even inside our liver, or inside our kidneys, inside our lungs. We want it to be all like very smooth and very flexible tissue within there. But our bodies actually contain 28 different types of collagen. And that is amazing. If you think about it as the glue, I always think like the glue that holds our bones together is more like super glue. And the glue that holds our skin together is more like rubber cement. Remember working with rubber cement in elementary school. But anyway, but it varies that whole different parameters of them. And so the best thing is that this collagen contains 10 different types of collagen. It's just rare to find something like that. The other thing I love about it is in liquid form. And liquid is always more absorbable in the body than taking a powder or even in a capsule and trying to put that in. And then it just doesn't get into the body quite as fast. This also is from marine collagen. Marine collagen peptides are much more absorbable than bovine or porcine. Bovine or porcine, those are from beef or pork or pigs. And so this is just much more absorbable because it's a marine-based collagen. So it's great. Again, 10 different types of collagen is what it contains. So these are some of the effects of using our collagen. And again, before at 14, 21, and 30 days. And again, it's proven to increase that collagen density by 42% in 8 weeks. I've never heard of anything do that. Many people tell me they take collagen, but they don't really know why they're taking it because many times they can't really feel a difference. But when you start taking this one, take lots of pictures because you will be able to visually see what's all happening within it. So this is just awesome. Now, the two of these things together, I just love combining the protandum and the liquid collagen together because those are really my base nutrients that I will do, and they work very, very complementary. Remember that the protandum NRF2 kind of helps to get the sludge out of the cells, and then the liquid collagen kind of helps to smooth that out as well. Another thing that they found with the two of these together is that they work so synergistically together when you take them together. And what they've actually shown is that it helps with redox signaling. And redox signaling within the body is when there's an injury in the cell. Sometimes it's even internally or even topically in the cell. And the body thinks it's in emergency mode. It continues to lay down hardened tissue and scar tissue. And so it was proven in a study, and you can again find this on the website at the very, very bottom of the Healthy Glow Stack. And you can read it yourself, but what it found is that it regulates that redox signaling. And when you can regulate redox signaling, the body stops laying down that scar tissue and replaces it with more normalized and healthy tissue. Now, many times people can see that. If you ever heard of people who have keloid tissue, that's many times because the body continues to lay more scar tissue down. But if you can only imagine what can happen inside the body, in the digestive system, inside the joints and the tendons and the ligaments, when we can get the redox signaling to normalize more, and then the body can lay down good and healthy tissue like it's supposed to. So the combination of the two of these are just phenomenal. And here are some photos as well as what can happen when you're taking both of these kinds of things together and many, many places in the body. So as you can see, lots and lots of goodness within there. Another thing, and I hope everybody's had their Axio. I am drinking my Axio right now as we speak because I drink quite a bit of it. I love it. But this is really brain activation. And so it says if you take your Axio, you take it to make it. So if you take your Axio, it can help to help with brain messengers and also help with brain energy. Now, that's not jittery energy like an energy drink. It really is just feeding the brain the nutrients, things that are in the Axio. There are some NRF2, NRF2 activators in the Axio, as well as other things like your vitamin Bs and your magnesium, your quercetin, your pine bark extract. And those are considered like more nootropics for the brain. And those are the things that help to clean off and help the brain cells to just become a healthier. And there again, what we're always trying to do is when a cell replicates, we want it to replicate into a healthier and a healthier cell. And the Axio can help with that as well. And so it really powers up your brain and your body, supports a positive mood, mental clarity. And so I would encourage anyone who is taking any of the other more sugary kind of drinks, and even athletes. A lot of athletes will try to reach maybe for some Powerade, Gatorade, things like that. This just has so much better things to just feed overall within the body. They're very easy little packets to take no matter where you go. This is an example of a student who actually, this is where we talk about the brain and how it can really help with the brain. This is a student who was on Axio and Protandem and then his spelling words. And I, as an occupational therapist, like Tanya said, I started out my career as an occupational therapist, and I did work in some school districts. And it was amazing to me from a therapist standpoint, how much energy and things like that it takes for a child to actually listen to the spelling words and then know how they're going to formulate the words, and then their fine motor coordination. And that's what I look at this. I'm not looking at if the words are spelled correctly. I'm looking at, look at how much more organized that handwriting is. And so then that's reflective too about how much organized their thought patterns can be. And so this is amazing after only 2 weeks of being on Axio, activated on Axio and Protandim. Okay, so what else can we activate? Okay, this is a pretty good size slide. I don't think that we have um, that many products, but all of them help to activate. So we have the skincare, anti-aging, we already talked about, heart and eye health, skin health, hair care, but all of it is meant to keep the products extremely clean, but then also to activate a normal function within the cell of the body as well. So these are all of our activators. Okay. Now, here is a little video even about the GLP-1 activators, a 3-minute video, but this is the new activator that just came out. I can share some of my own stories about it too, but it's phenomenal. You can't hear it?
No, we can just bypass it, Gloria.
Okay, we're going to just bypass that one. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so we just jump right to my results. Okay, but that really just kind of talked a little bit about what the mind body system is. And so there's a couple slides later, and so I'll reflect on that a little bit later as well. But these are some slides that I had done, and on the left hand side I actually went and had a body scan done, and then this is the silhouette of the body scan. Since that time, it's actually even better. It's actually even better. And so I just wanted to see what is my silhouette. And in 3 weeks, I had lost 7 pounds. What I will say is, you see, is I was 7.1 inches down overall. So this is week 3. So I had lost 4 pounds the first week. I can't remember exactly what it was, but all I'm saying is that in week 4, I lost 0 pounds, 0 pounds, 0 pounds. However, I was still down another 1.1 inches. So it's very important that you measure if you're going to be starting with this activation product. Extremely, extremely important that measure. And even if you look that week 2 to week 3, 2 pounds is all I had lost. But look, it's amazing what this product does in regards to helping with inflammation inside your fat cells. And that's why sometimes, even if you're not losing weight, you can many times lose inches. And so we want to make sure that you're always weighing and measuring with these kinds of things. Okay. And so as you see now, what was interesting with this dress is that I couldn't even get it on at first. It took me about 2 weeks to get it on. Well, I could maybe squeeze into it, but I wasn't going to take any pictures with it on. I'll tell you that much. Okay. And so, and I actually wore this dress then to the convention because I was down 10 pounds and it actually fit. And so it was a lot of fun just to get in. And I bought this dress like over 2 years ago at Old Navy. As you see, the tags are still on there because I never wore it. Okay. Um, so here's what I found in those first couple of weeks that I was on it. First of all, because it helps to normalize the gut, our gut and our brain. That's why I think it's fascinating that they called this product Mind Body, because that's really what it is doing. The gut and the brain, there's more signals actually being sent from our digestive system up to our brain than our brain to our digestive system. And we wouldn't think that, except that when we get something that's a gut feeling, right? If we have an emotional thing going on, or a trauma in our life, many times that can make people not hungry or can make people too hungry. And so we know we have a lot of those hormonal kind of receptors within our gut. And actually, we have 200 hormones that are secreted from our digestive system. And when the communication from the gut does not properly get to the brain, then many times we can have disruptions in our sleep. We can have brain fog. Things aren't working so well. We can have decrease of energy. And then also, there's always supposed to be a signal, a hormonal signal that's sent from the gut to say, you know what, I've had enough to eat today. I've had enough calories today. But when those hormones within the gut are not properly secreted, then our body believes that we are still hungry. We're still hungry. We're still hungry. And so that was amazing what I found initially right away within that first week is that I had better sleep. And I always slept okay, but I had just much more relaxed sleep is what it was. And that my brain was just more relaxed and more focused. I had better energy and not jittery energy. I'm just talking about just energy, just to be up and up and going. And I feel like it's like when I'm ready to wake up in the morning, my eyes pop open. It's like, okay, it's time to get our day started. And then in the evening when I'm tired, it's like, I'm tired. Now I'm ready to definitely go to bed. And then also what I noticed is that the food cravings were gone. But again, it's from a biological standpoint, is really is because we have hormones in our gut when we've eaten a certain amount of food. They're supposed to communicate to our brain to say, we have had enough. When those hormones are not activated and those hormones are not turned on, our brain does not get that message. And then we feel like we need to continue and continue to eat. And so the second servings, those sugar cravings, and at this point, it was just at that 15 days. But as you can see, this is that silhouette again. And it's only in 15 days. I couldn't believe it. Would have I ever really known it? Maybe not, because we wear so many stretchy clothes. We wear so many stretchy clothes that we really can't tell, is it looser? Is it not looser? And so this was amazing, that had happened just in that 2-week time frame. Okay. So what is GLP-1? And so GLP-1 is called glucagon-like peptide 1. It's a natural occurring hormone within our body. And that's something that I think some people are misled. Many times people believe it's an injection and that all GLP-1 is synthetic. And that is not the case at all. GLP-1 is simply a hormone within our body that plays a crucial role in regulating blood sugar and appetite and digestion. Okay. And so don't be misled to think that they're all synthetics. Our body has the capability to actually make that within it. Okay. Now, I study a variety of people's work, and Dr. Ben Bickman was one, and he said, like, what shuts down our gut hormones? Like, why are we even kind of in this situation at all? And he said, any preservatives, any artificial colors, artificial sweeteners, any chemicals, any GMO kinds of things. He said, our gut doesn't like that. And it tends to shut down those receptor sites within the gut. And so then that's where it can interfere. And that may be why we're in the situation that we are, just because there's so much of that within there. And he even said, remember the 3 B's. If it comes in a box or a bag with a barcode, it probably is not doing anything good for your gut. So always remember that. And that pretty much takes us away from it. Okay. So remember that GLP-1 is simply a messenger, the messenger that's going from the stomach over to the liver, the stomach over to the pancreas. And there's a couple of functions, but basically what it's really doing is trying to keep our blood sugar levels balanced. And we know diabetes is on the rise, lots of those things, lots of insulin resistance and things like that. And it's really the messenger that might be missing within our gut. And that's why then this product can be so phenomenal, and help so much. So on the right-hand side, it says that this messenger tells the liver to decrease the amount of glucose that's going into the bloodstream. So our liver is constantly putting glucose in the blood so that even if we fast, even if we didn't have something to eat, we can still function throughout the day, because the liver is the thing that continues to put the energy in there unless it's told not to. And so what's supposed to happen is if you eat some calories, this GLP hormone is supposed to send a message over to the liver to say, decrease the amount of calories in the proportion of the amount that you just ate. So many times what can happen is if you eat 1,000 calories and the liver never gets that message that you ate 1,000 calories, it continues to put that into the bloodstream. But if it gets the message, it's going to decrease that to say, we have enough energy from the food that we just ate. And otherwise, if you can envision, if that doesn't happen, what can possibly be happening is that you eat 1,000 calories, the liver's never told not to decrease the caloric going into the bloodstream through glucose into there. And now all of a sudden you've eaten 1,000 calories, or there's 1,000 calories going into your bloodstream. And that's what I hear from so many people. It's like, I didn't eat that much. I don't eat that much. I hardly eat it all. But that can be why then the caloric load going into the bloodstream is so high. It also, GLP-1 also helps us slow down the gut, because we don't want to overeat, and that's our body's responsibility not to overeat. But if that is never activated, we never feel that we're full. And so then we can easily overeat. And then it also sends a message over to the pancreas to say, this is how many carbohydrates came in, release this much insulin to keep the blood sugar levels balanced in the body. Okay. So here's the system. And this is what they showed in that little video, is that in a 12-week clinical trial, they saw that it increased our GLP-1 production by 140%. That's like phenomenal. That's that normal gut hormone that's supposed to be happening that is shut down because of the foods that we have in our environment, the foods that we can get at the grocery store. That's kind of what's shutting it down. And on average, they lost 9 pounds in 8 weeks and up to 25 pounds in 12 weeks. Okay. This is the most remarkable thing, is that 100% of the people who lost weight did not lose any muscle mass. Now, when you look at I've tried many other tried diet kinds of things, protein bars, and I mean, I could just go on with everything I've tried. Okay. And it's hard and it's grueling, and my brain always had to convince my stomach not to eat. Where this is my stomach, it's telling my brain, you're good and you've had enough. But when we're not losing muscle tissue, that is remarkable. The other thing is visceral fat. By decreasing that visceral fat, and that's fat that's stored around the internal organs and glands of the body, the thing that causes it is unbalanced blood sugars. The thing that can support, so you can take the MB core, because that's really what it is doing, is helping to balance out those blood sugar levels. But unbalanced blood sugar levels is at the core, or the reason that we store visceral fat around. And then we also have our fat burn, which can help with the present visceral fat that we do have. Okay. But again, these results that we have on here, it's remarkable, and how this is activating people's digestive systems. I'm a big digestive person. I feel like you fix the gut first. And so this product, I'm just so happy with it. Okay. So we have less cravings. And of course, because we're not doing anything magical, except we're balancing the gut. When you balance the gut, your body will manage its weight. So really think about it in that way. I think the weight loss is like a side effect of it, because I am so happy with what it is doing inside a person's digestive system. And so just remember that. Then we can get to the weight that our body wants to get to. Okay. So here are just some results with it. Remember, we're taking the mind body so that we can make more GLP-1. This is what we're doing within here. Okay.
Can't hear that glow.
Can't hear it.
No, sorry.
Okay. We'll skip along there. So here's another one too.
Idea.
Okay. Now, this is just a slide. Knowledge is so powerful. Okay. And the reason of decreased GLP-1 in our foods is our foods and our drinks and our fast-paced life. That's the reason that the hormones in the gut are not working. That's where it's at. Okay. Right. Now we can legislate for more organic foods, pure air, all these kinds of things. The reality of it is that we are all unlikely to grow and only eat our own foods, or never go out to eat, all those kinds of things. Okay. So the truth is that our body needs this support and help, as the food and supplementation alone isn't working. Not working. Okay. So in order to thrive in our environment, we really need this activation, and we need it now. Okay. And Steve Fife is really bright. When he had said that LifeVantage is on the cutting edge of not just like over supplementing the body, but actually activating the body to do what it was intended to do. And our world right now is just crushing our hormones. Our hormones are our communicators throughout our body. It's just crushing it more and more and more. And it's so life-giving, honestly, that LifeVantage has found these products that can help to activate all of that cellular communication, keep our cells clean. It's just phenomenal. Okay. So we want to take it to make it. And so at this point, I'm done with my part, but Tanya is going to carry over through here. Okay.
Thank you, Gloria. Amazing as always. Love your heart and love the education you bring to us. I want you, if you would, just go to the slide that has you, me, and Vicky on it. I just kind of feel like that's where I want to stay right now. We're going to move along here real quick, you
There
guys.
we go. Thank you.
Just because, yeah, we've got another Zoom happening right after this to talk about our GLP-1 product, because we sold out, which is such an amazing thing. And we are currently in back order status. And the beautiful thing about that is we still get to talk about the amazing product. We get to get people started on it. We have a system set in place so that if you are ready to get the GLP-1 to be first in line, we can get you that fast pass to get in line and put your name in the system and get it ready to go. So We've got great systems in line for that. But I'm just going to wrap this up and talk a little bit about the business side. I wanted to just stay right here on this slide as I wrap it up, because this slide to me says everything you need to know about LifeVantage and about what we offer. Like I said, I've been a part of LifeVantage for 13 years now, and I said yes to it because I wanted to make more of myself, and I wanted to find a purpose outside of my role as a wife and a mother. And I had tried 7 other businesses prior to LifeVantage, and fear always got the best of me, or it was my lack of belief in the product, or I just didn't really have anybody to tell me exactly what to do or what to look for. And I have since learned that if you're going to look for a business that can truly bring change to your own life and to your family's life, you want to make sure you're a part of a business where the products that they represent are not a fad. They're not just something that people want today and won't want tomorrow. And when we look at activation and what we represent, it's the anti-aging category. It's a weight loss category. And those kind of things will never, ever go out of style. And the GLP category right now is something that everyone is aware of. And they say by 2031, it will be like a $230 billion business, billion with a B. And we have a space in that category right now where we're offering people a healthier option. We're not telling you to supplement with GLP. We're giving you the option to actually have your body make its own like it was designed to do. And my experience real quick on this product, I'm blown away by it. I never knew that I could actually have a mind that didn't think about sugar. And that's what's happened. I went to the grocery store today and I got exactly what was on my list. And I didn't go down the aisle where the treats were to bring home a treat. I wasn't even interested. And my heart says, if I can calm my mind down enough to not even think about the sugar cravings I once had, to calm it down enough to sleep really, really well, what other capabilities does that hold for other people when they maybe are dealing with things that keep them anxious or give them that joy that they once had, but they don't have? What if we could quiet that for them and literally give them this energy that when they wake up, like their mind is clear and they get to be present in the moment? There are so many possibilities with this product. And it's the same then with the business. There are so many possibilities with what we hold in this business opportunity right now, because we are the company that has an alternative for what everybody wants. And I couldn't wait to put these people on the screen, because Vicki on the left, Vicki's been a part of this company for a long time. She is a senior consultant 3. And she got into because of the community, and she was looking to make something of herself as well. She's not a science person. She wasn't really a product person, but what she's found is another family. She's found herself. She's found her confidence. And because of this product, this GLP system and the compensation plan that we have that allows you to build it just through customers if you want to do that, or you can do a team. You don't have to pick one or the other. You can literally make this business what you want to make it and just share with customers if you want to do that. But Vicki's check has tripled, and it's going to get, I can't wait to see what it is next month because of this product. She told me the other day, she's like, they've always said that if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. And I must have not been doing it right, because this is so much fun. And that's where we're at. And the community that she has welcomed into her life that has helped her grow, that is such another big aspect of this business. And then there's Gloria. She's what you call a managing consultant too. And these titles are simply based on the amount of volume that you bring into your business every month through product users, everyone together in your business. And Gloria having a functional medicine practice, it closed down during COVID. But do you know what didn't close down? LifeVantage. And people continued to take the product. And because of that, even while she could not open her doors and practice her functional health clinic, she still had a check that continued to come in on a monthly basis. And that's, I know, when everything turned for her and she saw this industry in a different way. There are not a lot of industries in the world that will bring you leveraged income. And then myself, I just hit this rank of executive consultant too. I'm going to take a drink. I know, it's what I do. But I put a picture up here of my family. I sent my mom and my dad and my sisters because that's what this business can do. When you have people in your life that you want to take care of and you feel like there's no hope. There's a lot of people right now that don't feel like they have any hope and they feel stuck and they may think that they're alone and they don't know what options they have. This can be an answer to that. And I believe with all my heart, like for the first time in a long time, because of this new product and because of where our business is at, that I'm dreaming bigger than I ever have. And this truly, I met a chiropractor the other day and he was joking with me. I asked him, what's your exit strategy? And what are you looking for in your life? And he's like, well, could it retire me in 5 years? And with 100% confidence, I looked him in the eye and I said, it sure could. And I'm like, now more than ever, if that's what you want it to do, we have the opportunity to do that for you because we just have an answer. And I believe that this is my family right here that you see in this picture. They are my why. I want to take care of them. I want to make sure that they're never lacking for anything. And I don't know how else I would be able to do that. I was looking for an opportunity where I didn't have to create my own thing. And there are a lot of things out there where you've got to create the thing for you. You've got to start from scratch and just find all these. There's a lot of shiny, bright objects is what I'm saying. And when you invest in LifeVantage, it's a one-time investment. We have 7 packs you can choose from. You pay it one time. And after that, you get a website, an app, support, team members. You get everything you need in place and you don't have to recreate anything. You have people with you and all the resources you need to make of it what you want to make of it. So if you are searching or if someone in your life is searching and you are wondering what might be next for you, I am telling you, look deeper into this opportunity. There's so much more we could tell you, but we'll keep it short. But this truly could be your answer. And if you're afraid it won't work for you, welcome to the club. We've all felt that way when we got into it. But if you continue to show up, you use people and other people's knowledge and you plug in, magical things can happen for you. So all the boxes are checked right now with LifeVantage. There's a lot of eyes on us right now, and this business has never been more fun, and the system has never been simpler because we simply can show people literally with their eyes before and afters of what the GLP system does for you. So if you are interested, whether it's a customer or a consultant, get back to the person that invited you. We love customers. We have a 70% retention rate, and we do need more voices to share the story of activation and the story of what LifeVantage has. We've got stacks for customers and packs for consultants. It's easy to choose one or the other. It's a simple system to come on in, and then we're going to take really good care of you. So please get back to the person that invited you. We appreciate you being here this evening. We're wishing you all the best. And again, if you want to get started on GLP, get your name in the queue so that when we get it back, you're one of the first in line to get it. So thank you for being here and have a good night. I'll stop recording.